Well, thank you for coming on my show, Miss Kiley.
Of course, of course.
Please tell everybody about yourself.
Okay, well, hi, my name is Kylie Opsel. I am a 14-year-old actress and I live in Hollywood, Florida. And I've been in the business since I was 6 years old. I started modeling, and when I was 10, I started acting. I did a couple of small projects, and now I'm doing some bigger productions that are in the works and in pre-production, and I can't wait to film all of them. And yeah.
And you started when you were 6 years old,
Yes.
and you're now 14 years old.
Yes.
And then, how would your parents describe you?
They would describe me as probably ambitious and very outgoing. I'm a very extroverted person. So, they definitely can see that because they've put me in a lot of like they put me in camp, like a sleepaway camp, and I've made friends right off the bat. When I go on vacations, I'll find people in 2 hours, have a whole friend group. And I guess I'm a very and I feel like they would describe me as kind too, because when I want to help people a lot. And I think they would also describe me as a people pleaser because I love to please people.
So you make friends easily.
Yes. Yeah. I make friends very easily.
Wow. And so you're an outgoing person.
Yes. I'm a very outgoing person.
And I see you have some projects coming up. And
Yes.
can you talk about them?
Yeah. So one of my projects that I'm very, very, very excited for is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I play Katie, Lily's best friend, which Lily is the main character. So basically, this film, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, is about a girl named Lily, and she's going through a very, very dark time in her life. Her life has been not the greatest. Her family does not treat her, and they treat her horribly. She has a horrible home life. Her life, very, she's in the deep, dark depths of horrors that are going on in her life. And the only person that she can trust is her best friend, Katie. And Katie is trying to get her out of this dark
Mhm.
place, but Lily doesn't really take everything incorrectly. And as you can see by the name, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, things happen.
Right. And where was it filmed at?
It hasn't been filmed yet, but it will be filmed in Tennessee. And I'm very excited because I've never been to Tennessee before.
So you never,
So, no. And I hear it's very like hilly and like it has like a bunch of hills, and it's not like Florida's flat and there's no like hills. So I hear it's very like mountainy, and I'm very excited.
right. I heard Florida is very flat. Like there's
Oh
nothing.
yeah, it's flat. But it's okay because we have beaches, and I live right by the beach, and I love the beach. I love to tan. So that's
Right, because you
good.
have the beach east and west of you, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're covered in water.
Right. Your state is covered by water.
Yeah.
You're in Miami, right?
Yeah, I live like 20 minutes away from Miami.
So you're so close to the water.
Yeah, yeah, I'm close to all the Miami life, everything that's going on in Miami. There's a lot of auditions in Miami, so my mom and I will just pull up to Miami and go to the auditions.
And you're close to like the Universal Studios and all that stuff, correct?
Oh yeah, I have a annual pass to Universal. I love Universal. I've auditioned for them for their like commercials and their like that kind of like their print work and stuff. I've never gotten anything. I've auditioned so many times, and I want to do a Universal or a Disney like or any theme park um commercial so bad, but I've never gotten one. And I'm still like hoping I get one.
You never
But
know. You never know. One
yeah,
day.
because I love Universal. I love going there. I keep begging my mom to take me again because we have annual passes, so why not use them? So I'm telling her that we need to go soon.
When was the last time you went?
January.
Wow, that's not that long ago.
I know, but like I love it so much that I want to go back.
What do you do there that you love it so much?
Well, I used to hate roller coasters because I never been on them. And then one of my friends took me to Universal and she was like, "Okay, you're gonna ride all these rides." And I'm like, "Okay." So then she took me on all the rides and I fell in love with them. And she just showed me the ways of Universal and I fell in love with the park and the roller coasters. And it was great. I love roller coasters now. Take me on any roller coaster a million times and I'll be so happy.
Amazing. Wow. Wow, wow. And then of course you have your camp coming up, your summer camp.
Oh my gosh. I love my camp. So I go to this like it's not the biggest camp in the world, but it's still pretty big. We have like 300 kids every year. It's
Mhm.
called Camp Blue Ridge. I love my camp so much. Like it's my break away from everything. They take away my phone, they take away all your electronics. And so I'm just surrounded by friends and we're just with each other every single day for 5 weeks. And I love my sleepaway camp with my whole life. It's in Georgia, so I'm in another state than my family. Some people get homesick, but I do not. I don't I write my parents. So like I'll be like, "Oh, hi. Camp's good. Love you." But
So, so no technology for 5 weeks.
no, no technology for
What's the
5 weeks.
purpose of the camp? Why there's no technology?
So it's like the purpose of the camp to like learn to talk to others instead of just like be in your phone in your face and be in technology for like the whole 5 weeks. Because it's kind of like it's like a detox away from like electronics. And I find it to be very like relaxing because I'm not worried about like body standards or anything that's going on in like real time or it's real time, but like what's going on in the world, which I know what's going on a little bit because my counselors have their phone, so I'm not like totally out of it because people still have their electronics. But yeah.
That's I couldn't do that. Sorry. 5 weeks.
Well, I mean, camp really distracts you because they have all these activities for you to do. They have zip lining, they have volleyball, they have art, they have a bunch of things on the lake you can do. They have so much to do, and you're never bored. So, and you're always talking to someone. So,
Oh, that's true. It's in Georgia, right?
yep, it's in Georgia. It's in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Okay. So at least you're in the mountains, but still. No, I have to have my technology. Sorry, I'm glued to my technologies.
Yeah, I'm pretty glued to my electronics too, just
It's
for the fun.
yeah, I couldn't live without my phone. That'd be hard for me. So how do you do juggle from school and audition and doing sports and of course, doing being on my show again. Thank you, but how do you do all that stuff?
So I go to school full time. I don't do virtual. I can't do virtual. I'm too extrovert for that. I can't just because I would go crazy if I sat at home and just did Florida virtual school. I would cry every single day. So I don't do that. So I just go to school and if I have an audition, I have an audition in the night in the evening. If I have, sometimes I have acting things, but it's not every day. Like I also do volleyball 2 times a week and I try to go to the gym um also 2 times a week and I still hang out with my friends and do what I want. It's just when filming comes around, I like to be serious because it's one of my number one priorities. And I just separate both of them and I juggle everything and it's seems to be good. I mean, sometimes I'm also a little stressed about it, but that I get over that and
Hmm.
I just think how much I want to be an actress and how much I want it.
Do you do acting school I mean, sorry, do you do acting tongue twisting acting school in school?
Not in school, but I do have training every single week, at least once a week. I like to keep my profession and I like to get some extra training in so I'm not like losing my skill.
Hmm. What I meant to ask is, are you in drama class in school?
Oh, yeah,
Sorry,
I used
it didn't come
to
out.
you're good. No, I used to do drama at my school and I used to love theater. I was a big theater kid for a long time. I have a 12-hour playlist on my Spotify and it's just all Broadway music. So I used to do theater and I used to be in Glee and stuff, but none of my friends were doing it this year, so I'm like, I'm okay.
So you didn't want to do it.
No.
No, not without your friends. I see. So, what's your favorite sport that you do in school?
Um, volleyball. Volleyball. I love volleyball. I've just got like I just started like 2 years ago and I'm really trying to make it on my high school team. So I'm trying so hard to get like do good at volleyball. But I also love soccer and I also started cheer this year. And flag football was also a little time in there, but that was also fun.
So that's a lot. You're gonna do cheer, you're gonna do volleyball and soccer. And are you
Yeah.
in high school?
No, I'm in eighth grade right now, and next year, so in a couple months, I'll be in ninth grade.
Wow, and then pretty soon you'll be driving.
Yep, yep. I'm gonna be on the road soon.
So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I probably see myself on a big movie set,
Hmm.
along with maybe some people I know, maybe some people I don't know, but I'm getting paid those big bucks, and on that, on in Hollywood, maybe Hollywood, California, in
Hmm.
California, LA, and just living my best life and very happy. I'll be 19 years old, so I'll be on my own. Maybe I'll even be in college. Who even knows?
Right,
But
right.
I'm just hoping for the best.
That's true. Have you been to LA?
I've been to LA once, and I used to be friends with this one girl, and I went to her house, and she was very, very nice on letting my mom and I stay there. And we just explored LA, and she showed me my mom used to live there, so she showed me her house, her old house that she used to live in, and we just drove around, and I saw best spots of LA. But it was so much fun.
Amazing. Definitely come back. Go back to LA. Um, what's your greatest strength as an actress so far?
I think I'm really funny, but I've never gotten anything like I've been told I'm funny, but I haven't got any comedy roles so far. Actually, my upcoming role in A Good Girl Sides Murder, I'm a little funny. I have some funny scenes in there, so I'm excited for that. But I also think like just dramatic characters because I've also been really typecast as getting abused, being the abused teenager. So I guess I play that well, but it's not my forte. I'm not really it's not my favorite thing, but I guess that's my biggest strength.
Right, right. What do you believe is the most challenging aspect of being an actress?
It's probably being an actress, like just like auditions are really, really draining. Like after you haven't gotten stuff for a long time, like you haven't,
Hmm.
and you're on a streak of not getting things that you like auditions that you've been preparing for and you're like all right, this is the one, I really like this role, and you don't end up getting it, it's really crushing. You like it's really like a mental game. You're like, what's going on? Like, what am I not good enough? And it's not you're good enough. Maybe you didn't have the right hair they were looking. Maybe you're a brunette and they wanted a blonde, or they went a whole different direction, or it's not always you, but it is draining, and you just have to have that mental thing and be like, look, I'm good enough, and there's a director out there that wants me as their role, and they want me to play this character. So
Audition.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree. Audition is hard.
yes.
It's a yes or no, and you keep going because you never know.
Mhm.
That's so
Yes.
true. Um, what is your greatest accomplishment so far as being an actress?
Um, just meeting people was really cool. Just being somewhere, like being on a movie set is a really big accomplishment for me. Because if I saw my 6-year-old self like just doing some little modeling shoot and like she was asking me like, where are you now? Like the and I said like movie sets, she would be very proud of me.
That's good. And I noticed you got to have your red carpet experience. And
Right.
how was that and where was that?
So I had my first red carpet experience at this little cinema in Fort Lauderdale. Um, I was like a small little role in this like show called Boca Witches. It's on Amazon Prime. I was the small role. I was just there to just support my friends and my castmates and my crewmates. But on Saturday, I actually go to the same cinema and I play the best friend of the main character again. and I'm very excited because I have this long dress and I'm really excited because I actually have like a bigger role and I can actually talk about it more. So I'm very excited for my role as Danica in American Prom, and I can't wait for that to come out. And I can't wait for the premiere. I can't wait to get all dressed up and all nice
And
because it's gonna be
when
fun.
is the
And I filmed that
premiere?
2 years ago. I filmed that 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I filmed it when I was 12 years old. So it's gonna be interesting looking at me
Wow.
in the big screen.
And you get to dress up and go to the red
Oh
carpet
yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
and just a curiosity, have you met anybody famous at the red carpet?
Not at the red carpet, but I have met Will Smith on set of Bad Boys for Life. I was Captain H's niece, and I was in like one little basketball scene, and I got to meet Will Smith, and I have a picture of him and I, and it was great. It was great.
And when was this?
3 years ago, it was in
3 years ago.
2020
Right.
or 20. It was in 2019. I was young. I was definitely younger. I was like 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
He, I don't know if he remembers you.
Yeah, I don't know if he remembers me either, but I remember him. So
Right. That's true. As long as you remember him. What was the most challenging role you ever taken so far?
so far. So a while ago, I was in this short called The Coin, and I played the role as Rebecca, which was the main character in this short. And it was about this girl who's getting abused by her stepdad, and the only thing she has left from her mom is dead, from her deceased mom, is this coin that she just keeps. And it was a very, very crazy role because I had to like cry in every single scene. And crying as an actress is really darn hard. And back then I didn't really know how to cry. So I was trying my hardest to cry in every single scene. But it was definitely really draining. And but I love everyone on that set. I still talk to all the people on that little And I think we're making it into a film called The Sun. So I'm really excited when we actually get the pre-production for that.
Wow, I can't wait to see it. And of course, isn't even now hard to cry on scene?
From time to time it is, because sometimes I don't have something to cry about. So I'm like, but it's definitely gotten easier for me. I definitely like can see a difference and I can definitely cry better.
Correct. How do you how do you get your mind to how do you make your mind and your brain to tell you to cry? Like how do you just think of something?
So yeah, I think of something sad and or I'm just like or maybe I'm like in a bad mood, so then I'll cry. But I'm not always in a bad mood. But when I am in a bad mood, then I'll just like cry. And sometimes I'll like look at myself in the mirror and then like think of something bad and then I'll start crying.
So it's easy. It's getting better to
Yeah, it's gotten easier. It's gotten much easier, thank goodness.
right. Are you the only child?
I am the only child. I am the only child. I have no siblings, but all my friends have siblings. They're like, you don't want a sibling. I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know anymore if I want a sibling.
Do you feel sad? Do you wish you had a sibling or no?
It depends. Like, I see my friends and their siblings fight, and I'm like, yikes. And then sometimes I'm like, I'm lonely. I want a sibling. And then sometimes I'm like, yeah, no. I want my alone time. I want my own room. I don't want to share things.
Right. I don't understand. What's
Yeah,
your memory so far on set?
my favorite memory. So when we were filming American Prom, I was very close with all the girls and the castmates and just all of the castmates. And we would go to the beach after. We would take like car rides together because people could drive. And it was so much fun. We had a really good time on that set. But yeah, just hanging out with girls like my age and like
Mhm.
people my age on set is so much fun because I can just talk to them. I mean, of course, filming with all adults is fun, but having someone my age is always like better.
Right, I totally understand because you can talk about the same stuff and
Right.
things in common, right? Do you have any funny or interesting stories behind the scenes or on set?
So I have like just with every single like cast and crew, there's always like different things. There's always funny inside jokes, and there's always funny things that happens on sets, and there's always interesting things that happens on sets. But I remember on American Prom again, there was this one girl, and she had this line that was like, she was in the mirror and she was like talking to like herself and she was like getting ready, but she was acting like she was talking to someone else. And she was like, "Hi, Michael. Hey, Michael." And it was so funny because we were just like watching this scene over and then we'd all go, "Hi, Michael. Hey, Michael." And that was really funny.
And wow, when was this?
This was 2 years ago. This was wait, no, it was filmed in 2020, but I was 12 years old.
Okay. And do you have any hidden talents that nobody knows about?
I can fold my tongue. I can go.
That is crazy.
I can do like interesting things with my tongue. But that's like what else can I do? I can do the splits, but like everyone can do the splits. So like
Well,
or like
everyone can do the splits, but still, and the tongue part, nobody could do that. Well, I know of.
but
Um,
yeah.
when did you realize you could do all the stuff with your tongue?
I was just like one day I was just like like doing it. And then I went to Ripley's, believe it or not. And there was like this room with like mirrors, and they were like, oh, if you can do this, like 5% of people can do this. I'm like, wait, I can do that. So that was really funny. I used to love Ripley's, believe it or not.
Do you still love
I haven't been in so long, but like I remember always having good memories there. But I would like to go again because they're so much fun. All of them. All of them.
it? And where
Ripley's,
is
believe it or
it?
not, I've been to. So there's so many in a lot of places. There's one in LA I've been to, one in St. Augustine, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
What else? There's probably one down here somewhere in South Florida. There's one in New York, I know that, but they're like all over the place. But they're really fun. It's just like a museum with, if no one knows what it is, it's a museum with like cool things in it, and it's it's like a family thing to do, but it's really fun. I used to love it, and I want to go back because I remember I had good memories there.
I heard about it once, and I think I've been there once, but I haven't been back, so I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Got you, got you.
Um, and have you been to New York?
I have been to New York. When I was about 9 years old, I did New York Fashion Week. I was on the catwalk and I modeled for one of these red dresses. And it was so much fun. I had a lot of fun like doing that. And there's so many people. It was like this big room with a bunch of people. I was like crazy, but I still have those pictures. The pictures are still on my Instagram. That was a crazy experience. I was like a 9-year-old in New York City. And I also went to like, and then I also played tourist. I went to the M&M store.
Mm,
I went to Central Park. I did all the New York things.
oh, amazing. And then what attracted you to begin your modeling career?
So when I was little, I was like 6 years old, so I didn't have like my own mind yet. My mom's like, I'm gonna put you in modeling because people kept telling my mom to put me in modeling. They're like, oh my gosh, your daughter is so beautiful. Put her in modeling. So one day she just did, and I started doing like photo shoots on the beach, and then I did for this company called Chasing Fireflies. I don't know if they're still in business or not, but it was just a little like catalog, and I modeled in the little magazine catalog. And then I also did this little like restaurant, this little boutique little kid store called Mia Bell Baby. And I still talk to her daughters today. I went to her daughter's bat mitzvah like a year ago, but that was really fun. And then when I was 10, my mom's like, look, I got this audition. Do you want to try it? And that's how I started in acting. I started getting audition after audition. And then I finally got my first project. And that was really fun.
Wow, so you first started modeling and then you went to acting.
Yes, yes.
And you're currently still doing both.
Yeah. Whenever I can get a modeling gig, I'll do it. And whenever I can do a movie, sign me up.
And so which one do you like the most?
Well, I love being an actress. I love commercials. Commercials are so much fun because modeling, they're different things. Like acting is a whole different ball game than modeling, but modeling is so much fun. I have met so many people through it, and acting is also so much fun. Like it's hard to pick because there's pros and cons to both.
Hmm. Right, totally understand. What is your favorite trip you ever taken?
Oh my gosh. So I just went on a trip on a cruise. And let me tell you, I love cruises. If any cruise people are watching this, sponsor me and take me on a cruise, please. I love cruises, please. But I talk about this cruise way too much because I just went on it like 2 weeks ago, and I had the best time. Like the other cruises I've been on, I was like 8, 9, 10. And I just had so much fun on the last cruise because I remember everything.
Hmm.
I have so many pictures. I just had the best time. But I also love skiing, or I snowboard, but I love going to just little ski towns and going snowboarding because I love to snowboard. But I I love traveling so much. But I love cruises. I love cruises so much.
Where did you go on this cruise ship?
I went on a Norwegian cruise line and it was about 2 weeks ago for my spring break. And it went to the Bahamas, it went to uh Portola, St. Thomas in the US Virgin Islands, and it went to the Dominican Republic. And it was a 7 day long cruise, and I met so many cool people from all different backgrounds. And but most people were from Florida, which was really crazy because I thought people were going to be from all over, but it was only from Florida, really.
Mainly people on the ship was from Florida.
Yeah. But
Usually,
yeah, it was
oh,
great.
yeah, usually you have other people from other states on the cruise ship, namely.
Yeah, there was people from other states. Like I met a person from like Arkansas, and there was like a person from Ohio, but it was mostly people from Florida. Like everyone was in the US though. I don't know if there was any people from like other countries. I mean, maybe there was, but
You should take the Alaska cruise.
I think that would be really fun. Like I've heard of it, like the Alaskan cruise line. But I really want to go on Royal Caribbean because I hear those are so much fun. And there's like a new ship coming up like next year. I really want to go on that because it's
So you're a big
pretty
cruise ship
great.
person.
I've become a big cruise person in the last 2 weeks. I've been watching a lot of TikToks and a lot of videos because I miss my cruise way too much.
Yeah, you have too much fun. The food, you could eat 24/7.
Oh my God, I went to that ice cream, like that little soft serve thing, a good like 7 times in like a day. And it was really bad, but I was on vacation. Who cares?
Right. It's okay. You're on vacation, you eat the food. If
Exactly.
you're hungry at midnight,
Exactly.
if you're hungry at midnight, you can go to the cafeteria. It's open still.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
I
know.
was working so hard though. I'm like, my heart goes out to all of them. Like, thank you for the best time in the world. Oh my God,
Right.
my cleaning person, his name was Putu. Shout out to Putu. I love you. I love you, Putu. He was the best cleaning person in the world. I love him.
On
I
your
miss
cruise
him.
ship.
Yeah, I have a picture of me and Putu.
And who is this person?
He's just like this he was assigned to like my family's room and he would just like clean our room, but like he was also assigned to one of my friends' room and we just like loved Putu because he was so sweet and I don't know, we just loved him.
He probably remembers you guys.
Maybe, hopefully, because we would be like Putu.
Um,
But yeah,
now who's your biggest supporter?
my mom. I mean, my dad is also one of my biggest supporters, but my mom like does everything. She always is with me. She's always on every film set I am on. She's my number one biggest supporter in the world. And no one else can compare to her because she goes crazy. She'll be on Actors Access DB 24/7 just doing something just for me and she takes me
Hmm.
to everything. She does everything for me. So I love her. I love her so much.
Amazing. And do you have any particular college that you're looking at in the future?
So I'm thinking of like in-state, like University of Miami, University of Florida, maybe even Florida State University. But just like I'm gonna apply to those, but I'm also gonna apply to places like NYU, like New York University, and I also really want to go to University of Hawaii. Really bad. I want to go to the University of Hawaii because I like see videos of it and I'm like, I want to go there.
That's a long ways from the East Coast all the way
I
there.
know. I used to think Hawaii was closer to Florida. Like I thought it was like Florida, and then it was like this is Florida, and then this is Hawaii, like right here.
No.
But then people like would travel to like California. I'm like, why are you going to California to go here? And then I realized Hawaii is like right here. And I'm like, what? But I just learned this. It's okay. It's okay. I have a little brain fart sometimes.
It's a long ways though.
Yeah, it's a long way.
I mean, from California, it's only a 6 hour flight.
Only a 6 hour flight.
Yeah.
It's like
From
Florida to California, which is like a long plane ride. I forgot how long it was. And then it's California to Hawaii. So you're in a plane for a scary amount of time.
that's scary about it. Right, because you have to fly from Miami. Yeah, you can fly nonstop, Miami to Los Angeles.
Yeah, yeah. I've flown nonstop before,
And
but
then you have to
I
get on a
remember,
plane from there to Hawaii.
yeah. But I want to go to Hawaii so bad. I've never been to Hawaii, and it looks so much fun.
Never in Hawaii.
I've never been to Hawaii.
Used to live there, but it's amazing. Amazing.
I want to go so bad. I want to go so
The
bad.
Waikiki, you can go to the Waikiki Beach and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing. And then you can take a cruise ship from Los Angeles and goes to Honolulu,
Oh
Hawaii.
yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
It
I'm
goes
gonna
south of the
Hawaii.
equator and then goes back to Hawaii and then Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be a cruise expert. I'm gonna be a cruise director. I'm gonna be one of the people leading the ship when I'm older.
Right, you can tell people what to see.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, "Hi guys, this is me, your cruise director, and I'm leading the ship."
Well,
I
it's kind of boring from Los Angeles to Hawaii because it's just ocean.
hmm, right.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
It's like Florida. There's like a bunch of like little islands.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
Yeah.
Bahamas is close, and then all the other Virgin Islands and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So did your mother wanted you to be an actress more than you?
I want it more than her. I definitely want it way more because I just don't express it as much as her, but she expresses it like crazy. Like she wants it from me, definitely. And I want it more than her, much more. But it's just I think about it when I wake up, when I go to sleep. I'm like, I want to be an actress.
And is there a particular favorite actor or actress you would like to work with?
I really want to work with Jenna Ortega. I really want to work with her because she's such a good actor. I've seen or actress. I've seen her in many things and she's such a good actor and I want to work with her so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But also like McKenna Grace, she's also really good. She was in what was it called? Whatever the little boy like the kid that's really smart that I'm thinking about it.
Young
But there's a
Sheldon?
Young Sheldon. She's in Young Sheldon. That show. I love Young Sheldon. It's so good. I
I
always wanted to
love
be a
do you watch the Big Bang Theory?
I've heard of it, but I've never like watched it. I don't know what it's about. Like, is it like
What?
a comedy? No, I've never
You never
watched it.
time out. You never seen the Big Bang Theory?
Nope.
Did you watch the Young Sheldon?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so the Big Bang Bang, sorry, the Big Bang Theory is kind of like the Young Sheldon, but it's the older version of Sheldon. So it's Sheldon,
Oh, like
it's
the pre-law or
it's Sheldon being as an adult.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it comes on TV, if you have direct TV, can't think of the channel, but it comes on. And
No way. I had no idea.
I'll send you a little link on your Instagram. But yes, it's called Yeah, it's called The Big Bang Theory. And then if you notice when you watch that first and you watch these just young Sheldon,
Mhm.
it's that voice from The Big Bang Theory who plays Sheldon, who does his voiceover on the young Sheldon.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so if you watch the Big Bang Theory and you hear the show, it's exactly the same as the young,
That makes a lot of
and you can
sense.
understand. So yes, definitely watch it.
Yeah, that makes okay. I will keep that in mind.
Yeah, it became so popular. Anyways, so yeah, I can't believe you haven't seen it.
Nope. I didn't even know they were related.
You didn't even know it's on. I mean,
Nope.
it's not going on anymore, but it's still going on TV, but there are no more.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, anyways, definitely check it out. I'll have to send you a link. So, you said no. Do you want to go to college in California? No, I had to ask you that because California's a great state, warm. You know.
Yeah. Like I would love to go to college in California. Like I'll maybe apply to a couple of them out there on the other side of the country. But I'll apply to some colleges out there, but I'll probably stay in state. And if
hmm
I'm going for it and I get into University of Hawaii, then I'm going to the University of Hawaii.
So, do you have anything on the side just in case if acting doesn't go as well as planned? Or
Yeah, so I'll probably just get a business degree or like just one of those standard degrees, and I'll probably be a pharmaceutical rep because my mom was a pharmaceutical rep, and 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 it's a very outgoing job, and my mom's very outgoing, and I got that gene from her, so I'll probably just be a pharmaceutical rep. She could teach me the in and outs of it.
do you see yourself living in Florida all your life?
No, I mean I love it, but probably not like where I am right now. Maybe in Orlando, maybe, but like not probably not down here.
hmm
I'm just seeing where life takes me, to be honest. I'm
Right.
just life and seeing where it takes me.
And wherever you go, you go.
Yeah, wherever I go, I go.
So, though some funny questions, but what's the most rebellious thing you've done as a teenager so far?
Rebellious, embarrassing,
Yeah, no, what like that or most rebellious thing you've done as a teenager?
hmm,
If you want to say it, because I know your mom's probably listening.
I'm thinking. Um, hmm. One time I told my mom I was going to my friend's house who lives in this like neighborhood like close to me. Um, but I was actually going to this boy's friend's house and that lived in that same neighborhood. So went to his house instead.
And
But
how did
she found out about it later, so it's fine.
did you get in trouble?
No,
Uh,
no, she was just like, okay.
that's the most that's easy
It's like,
bad.
yeah,
Right, right. And then
funny. That was really funny.
right. And then so you went to your friend's house, but not really.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And then later I found out that I actually have friends that live in the same neighborhood that I could have like went to their house instead because the friend I was saying doesn't even live in Harbor Island or like the place. They don't live there. And I was like, oh,
So you have friends in your same neighborhood now.
yeah,
Right. And how does your
yeah.
friends, I have to ask, how does your friends feel that you're becoming kind of up there in acting world?
So my friends, like, I don't have friends just because like I'm an actress. Like that doesn't really happen. If I was much like if I was bigger, then I feel like then I would have friends that were just like friends with me just because they could be on my Instagram or whatever. But some of my friends are like, "Hi, Kylie Opsol official." Like I've had people call me Kylie Opsol official. Like one of my best friends, she'll be like, "Kylie Opsol official," and I'll be like, I just be Hannah Montana up in here, be living the best of both worlds. So
Right.
yeah.
And then, of course, you ever experienced in public, random people say, "Oh, I've seen you," or something like that?
Not yet. Hopefully one day that will happen and I will get asked for a signature and autograph. That'd be exciting.
Hmm.
That'd be really exciting.
So have you ever experienced getting out of school early to just to do audition? If you have, how do you handle that? Like how would you?
So not really like auditions for movies because I can just do that online. Like I can like come home, do it on Zoom if it's on Zoom, or I can just film it right here, film it, do an audition, and send it to them. So I can always do that after school. But when I was younger and I was doing a lot of print and commercials, I would um I would go out like leave school like a lot, like early, a lot. And my school knew that what I was doing, but they
Mhm.
didn't care. So because I'm going to a really small school and they're like, whatever, we understand. So I would just leave school early and I would go to these auditions and yeah,
Wow, sounds fun. Amazing. So
yeah, I loved it.
now more about you is what's your favorite food? What's your favorite color? What do you do for fun on your spare time when you're not acting? I know that's three questions, but
Okay. So my favorite food, I love sushi. If you know what Publix is in South Florida or in Florida, we have our grocery store is Publix. Um, they make sushi, and the sushi is I eat Publix sushi at least once a week. I love sushi so much. It's amazing. It's delectable. I could eat sushi forever.
sushi is
Um,
good, by the way.
Sushi is amazing. Also, poke bowls are also really good. And
Yes.
acai bowls. I love acai bowls. Those are my like top three. Love all of them so much. My favorite color, blue. Blue. I love blue. Any shade of blue. I've loved blue since I was 7. I love blue. Um, what I like to do for fun, I like to play sports. I'm a very athletic person. And I also love to hit up my friends, just be like, "Hi, what you doing?" And then I always love to do something with my friends, maybe play volleyball with my
Hmm.
friends, go to movies, just yeah, I love hanging out with my friends, playing some sports, and yeah, just being a social little butterfly.
And that's what you do when you're not acting and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Sushi is good, by the way.
But sushi, chef's kiss. I love sushi so much.
You definitely need to go to Japan too to eat some good sushi.
Yes, I need to eat like sushi from Japan. Like,
Right. And I'm from Japan.
really?
Yeah. So I've experienced a real tradition.
Real sushi. I need
Yes.
to go to Japan, go to one of those like conveyor sushi bars and get some sushi.
Yes. You can YouTube a lot of the sushi restaurants in Japan. They
Mhm.
how they really make it. I,
That's on my bucket list. On my bucket list.
right. You need yeah, it's a long ways from Florida too.
Yeah, it's okay. I can survive in a airplane.
Right. Like because from Los Angeles is 10 hours, from Dallas is 15. 14 hours, and then of course from Florida, you like, yeah, that's like extra travel.
Yikes. Yikes. It's okay. I'll be fine.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll
That's
do it
amazing.
eventually.
And so I'm so excited for you and all your more upcoming projects. And
Thank you.
again, I appreciate you for being on my show. And
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was great.
yeah, you're very welcome. You're always, I mean, I would love to have you back on my show, and you're always welcome to be back on my show.
Thank you.
Real quick, when's your birthday? Did you just turn 14 or did you?
So it's November 11th. So 11/11 is my birthday. I turned 14 whenever that was. It's
Oh, that's so you're a long time. You're a long
5 months
time now.
ago. 5 months ago.
No,
Almost at my house.
just a curious question. I know this is probably not the smart question to ask, but it never gets cold in Miami, right? Never.
Our cold is like maybe 50 degrees.
Okay. Okay, so it's nothing
So
like
no.
nothing like 20s and
No,
40s.
it doesn't snow. It doesn't snow at all. If it snows, it's gonna snow in like the top part of like near Tallahassee.
Okay.
But I've never really been up there, so
Right. I just had to ask because I know it's weird to ask you that, but I mean
right, right.
because I don't know Florida. I know you get hurt,
Right.
you get those hurricanes, and those are big
Oh my
hurricanes.
God. Like down here, we haven't had a bad hurricane in a while, knock on wood. Like
And
my
oh, it's okay. And have you guys ever had to evacuate?
well, I've my evacuating is like going to I mean, one time I evacuated during Irma, we went to Orlando, but it was actually worse in Orlando. So we went closer to Orlando, but nothing really happened. Just we lost power, and I was just like sitting there on my iPad playing some weird games. But I've never really evacuated to like a different state.
Hmm. Okay. I knew only thing
Yeah, I really that never happens.
yeah. Only thing I hear about Florida was alligators or what is it, alligator or crocodiles or, hurricanes and then
Yeah, what's known as Florida is Disney, alligators, and crocodiles, and hurricanes. That's what Florida is.
and then of course I used to know Miami from the TV show CSI Miami.
Oh, got you. Yeah, like it's just it's Florida's just Florida. Like I've never seen an alligator in Florida, like just out there. I've seen an alligator when I went camping, but that's camping. And they took us like deep, like it was like this little trolley ride, and then I saw an alligator. Now, of course, I saw alligators at like zoos and stuff, but I've never really seen an alligator like in the wild.
Hmm. Right. Okay. Well, I appreciate you again coming on my show. Um
Of course. Thank you
and
so much for
again,
having me.
you're very welcome and I would love to have you back on my show.
Of course. Of
Thank
course.
you. And Miss Kylie, right?
Yes.
You again, and we'll keep in touch. I was send you that little on Instagram, The Big Bang Theory. Can't believe you've never seen.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely, I'll send it to you.
Yes.
We need to watch it. So, thank you again for coming on my show.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.